Hello, 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 hello. Happy
Hi.
Wednesday. Welcome to What
Why? So,
We said so. That
girl,
was
I'm
good.
so far ahead of you.
I don't think so. I
Really?
don't think so.
It
Yes.
sounds.
If I'm talking funny and my mouth looks funny, I've had to have a root canal, so I feel like I'm talking sideways.
Look.
So
No, you sound
I
fine.
know. Okay, good, good, good.
Yeah, you sound fine.
Okay, y'all. I'm telling you, I don't like being like stereotypical. I feel like that's kind of like where I am with this. Are we in, out, what? Something's happening. I see you blurry. Do you see me blurry?
No, I see you fine.
Okay. And so Science gonna give y'all a rundown on what's happening, but oh my God, like I'm annoyed by this post. Annoyed. Oh,
And
go
I
ahead.
want to, before I read it, I really want to thank everybody who commented on it yesterday because we got a lot. And I
Yeah,
mean, it was some very insightful stuff in that in the post and in those
right.
comments. So we're going to share some of the comments with you guys as well. But
Yeah.
I'm going to put it up here so you all will be able to see it, and then I'm also going to read it. So it's a little small, so I don't know if you all can see it, but I'll
Heck
go
no.
ahead and read it. So this is what it says. My 17-year-old son is just letting us get evicted. I'm going to read that line again. My 17-year-old son is just letting us get evicted. I have 6 kids. My 17-year-old is the oldest. He's been working for the last year and gives me $500 in rent money. My entire rent is $1,400 for a 3 bedroom, and I work, but it's not enough to support everything. See, my son helps us a lot. I got behind on rent because for once I wanted to do something. I left an abusive relationship, and my sisters went on a cruise, and I went with them. My sisters went on a cruise, and I went with them.
You can't see my face, but I'm like,
I see your face.
oh, you can see my face. Okay.
Yes, I see your face. I spent more than I should have. I've been playing catch up with the rent since. So she been playing catch up with the rent ever since she went on the cruise. My landlord decided not to make an issue now, even though I have always been late, and usually he's okay so long as tax season I pay whatever is owed. He told me I have to pay $3,700 or he will be going forward with the eviction. My son gets his bank statements to the house, and I see he has $8,012 in his account. I told him we need help and asked him to give me the money. He said he can only give 1,000, which is selfish because he has all that money saved in his account. After all I have done for him to treat me like this breaks my heart. He said if we get evicted, he's going to get his own place and take his 2 brothers with him so I don't have to stress. So before I read the rest, I want y'all to remember this. She said she had 6 kids, but when the brother leaves, he's only taking his 2 brothers. So that lets you know that there are different fathers in this equation. So now I'm going to continue to read the rest, which I feel is condescending because why not get another place with me? Also, lately he is the only one with a car, and getting him to drive me anywhere has been like pulling teeth. I don't know what to do or how to get him to respect me and to realize you don't leave your family behind in their time of need. I don't know when he became so selfish to know we can all be evicted and he has way more than we even need in his account. I'm so mad at him. Go ahead, Jamie. I know this is just, I see your lips curled over there. I just see,
Girl, wait a minute. I'm itching. I'm irritated. I'm telling you.
I
Feel
feel the
like,
heat off your body.
girl, I'm just like, for one, you're irresponsible. Like, you're just irresponsible. Like, you got 6 kids. There's not, I mean, like, and not to say you are irresponsible because you have 6 kids, but you're irresponsible because you have 6 kids and there's no one to take care of them, not even the mama. You're irresponsible. That's ridiculous. I mean, come on, ma'am. First off, 500. I remember back in the day when I first got my little job. And my mama was like, "You gonna give me some money?" We were raised that way. You gotta give somebody. I gave her $25. People, come on. I mean, like, lady, I'm not getting ready to pay for the $500 is a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
I mean, for a 17-year-old. So he's obviously has a decent job. He's obviously responsible because he's able to save money. Lady, you're sitting here talking about when my income tax, that's annoying. That's annoying. The only thing I'm waiting on my income tax is to pray that I get something back that can go towards what I owe
And she is obviously habitually late because
them.
the landlord is waiting for her to get her income tax so she can catch up. And I guess the
Girl,
landlord must be tired of it now because he's
girl,
going to put them out.
girl. Income tax is one time a year. What are you talking about? I'm not waiting a year for you to play catch up, lady. Gone somewhere. I mean, oh my God, that whole thing just kind of threw me for a loop. I'm like, here this kid is, a responsible child. Thank God. He's willing to take his two brothers. He's old enough too. He can emancipate himself. Or probably by the time they get evicted, he'll be 18. He don't have to say nothing to nobody. I do wonder if he's still in school because he's doing a lot of working to
Right.
not be in school. So that kind of concerns me. But I'm
I'm
like,
wondering where
you
he
know,
learned his money management skills because it definitely wasn't his mother.
probably watching her and going, I can't live like this. And probably talking to somebody at the job saying, hey, if you open up a bank account and you have little conversations with people that you might not think is a big deal, but they catch on really good. And then they go from there.
Right.
You
And he
know,
has a car.
and he has a card that I mean, lady, like, that's not your man.
He's the
That is
adult.
your son.
He is the
That
adult.
I mean, she is just, it's so sad that obviously it does not appear. And I don't know. I don't know these people. It's a Facebook thing. But do you get child support for any of the children? I don't understand I've had 2 kids. I'm not getting child support. Then I go out and meet somebody else, and then I have another kid. Now I ain't getting child support. Then I meet somebody else, and I have another kid, and I ain't getting child support. Lady, what are you thinking? I mean, like, what do these people be thinking? It just baffles me. I mean, in real life, I am baffled by it. And of course,
You know what? Let me tell you this. This is something that this is how I think they're thinking. And I'm gonna tell you this. It's gonna sound weird, but this is how I think they're thinking because this is something that Cam Newton said. This lady asked him. She asked him about creating broken homes, right? And he told her, he said every time he gets with a woman, he thinks that this is going to be the last one. He goes into that relationship really thinking that this is going to be the last
yeah,
woman that he is going to be with. And then
mm,
for some reason or other, it does not work out. And he
mm,
moves on. And I think that these
they,
women psych themselves into thinking that this is going to be the last man that they're going to be with. And instead of waiting to see if this is a real relationship, they get in it, start having these children too soon. And then, right, that's what I'm saying. Having
if
them
he
too
like it,
soon,
then he would have put a
put a
ring on.
ring on it. And that's what the problem is. And that's why they are left. But that's why that's exactly what he said. He said he thought
Yep.
that those women that particular one was going to be the last woman that he was going to be with. And he said, but
Right.
it didn't work out. And those women, even though he has money and he put them in positions now where they're single moms with kids, but their situations are a little different because he does take care of his kids. So, but they're still single moms with kids and the man has
Yeah.
moved on, you
Yeah.
know? So they have
Yeah.
to think about it too. He would have wifed you before you gave him you should have let him wife you before you got those children. And that's the
Look,
same thing in these situations. This girl is probably thinking, oh, he's the one who's gonna be the last one. And then
he's
that's
gonna stay.
the
Let me
same
give
thing.
him a baby. Lady, if the other 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 did not stay, chances are this one isn't gonna stay either. Quit having all these freaking babies running around here. And I'm not saying you don't love your children, I'm sure you do. But life is definitely harder for you. It's
It,
harder. I don't care if you have a good job. I don't care about that. It's harder because you have to worry about those children, who's watching them while you're at that good job, all of that stuff. You have now put your eldest child in a situation where he is a father.
right.
And it's sad because I know if you went on a cruise, who watched those kids while you were gone?
Him.
Exactly. And so that's the sad part. He's fed up. He's watching you be a complete fool because that's what you are. And so now he's like, I'm done. I can't do it anymore. It is so sad that you put yourself in that situation. That's the sad part. You do not have to have a baby with everybody you lay with. You don't. Sex is fun. I get it. Feels good. I get it. But having a baby does not. It doesn't. Not when you got to sit there and be the only parent taking care of it, feeding it. Then you want to call them a deadbeat. I call you a deadbeat mom. Because who runs around and do this? It's ridiculous. You got 6 kids and you can't even pay rent.
Right.
And if
You
another man
can't
come
even keep
along,
a roof over their head. You don't
you don't
have
even
a
have a car.
car.
Yeah.
Right.
So if another man come around and rub your back and pat you on your butt, you're gonna have another baby with him because you don't have a problem having babies. And you're putting them in bad situations. It's sad. You're putting them. What are you teaching your girl children? Excuse me, y'all. What are you teaching your girls? That it's okay to be a pump and dump. That's not cool. That is not cool. Hopefully, someone would grab them along the way and teach them the right way. People make mistakes or whatever. I'm not calling the kid mistakes because folks get all offended and have babies that they're not ready for. This lady had 6 she wasn't ready for.
Right.
6.
And this is something that somebody pointed out in the comments is that would his situation be better if he does leave? Because would he be able to afford rent,
Right.
utilities, and all those
Right.
things on his own? Because
Exactly.
of course he's able to save money now because he's
Right.
only giving her the 500. But we all know that rent is going to be way more than 500.
Yeah.
Plus, now you've got utilities thrown in,
Yeah.
and so the question now becomes for him to even just continue to be able to survive, he
Yeah.
may end up having to help her stay in that place,
Yeah.
then continue to, save his money, save his money, save his money, and get to a place where he can afford to move out on his own.
Yeah.
You know,
And what the thing too is he wants to take his brothers because he wants a
right.
better life for them.
And that's
He wants
daycare. Because he's going to end up having to do daycare for them.
Well, hopefully they're old enough. I mean, I can only pray.
Well, yeah, that's
I'm
true.
sure if he's
Because he's
17,
17. So maybe
they
they're
must be
like,
in the teenagers unless the daddy
yeah,
circle back. I don't know. Who
right.
knows, girl?
We're
I
going to
mean,
assume
it's
that they're like she had them right behind each other. So
right.
they're like 14, 15, somewhere
Yeah.
up there.
I mean, you can only hope. I mean, because this is just, It's so sad. You know, a lot of people get on the internet and talk about, well, this stuff, some of this stuff ain't true. No, but there's people like this outside in the real
Yeah.
world. We know this because we've probably known a couple of them. I mean, like, come on, people. Quit acting like stuff don't exist. This stuff happens. It's ridiculous. It happens. You know, quit. Oh my God. What about birth control? Don't you want to eventually have these kids grow up and you can go on all the cruises you want to go on? Quit having babies. I mean, it's just ridiculous.
And you know what? And this is the thing. I can actually sympathize with her to the point that she said she got out of an abusive relationship. I can even sympathize with her saying she needed to get away. But you were not in a position to get away.
Yeah,
You know,
no,
you were just not in
no.
the position to get away. I can see even if you just took one day and went to a hotel and just spent that one day away by yourself, just to get yourself away and do something you can afford to do, because you probably did need to step away for a minute, and like refresh, recharge. But you did not need to go on. And then you say you spent more than you intended to spend. Like you just
Without paying your
you
bills.
just went
What
whole wild.
After getting out of an abusive relationship, the most important thing you can do is go get therapy so you won't get in it again. Not go on a cruise. I'm sorry. I have no sympathy with that. Lady, you're in an abusive relationship around your children. What you should have done was went and got therapy so you won't repeat this cycle. And maybe the therapist can help you level up so you don't have to, where you ain't mentioned a job, you ain't mentioned nothing.
No, she
Like,
says she works. She says she
did she
works.
say that? I don't
Yeah,
remember.
she says she works,
Okay. So my thing
but it's
is,
not enough.
go get therapy. Then put the 4, 5, 6 baby daddies on child support, and then take care of your own kids. Because I hate when people have children and then they make the oldest child the babysitter. I just hate that. I mean, of course, we're going to look out for each other. That's what we were raised to do. That's what we do. But when I got to take care of them, that ain't going to happen. I'm here to tell you, it's not happening. Trust me. I got beaten many a day telling my mama, I ain't had this baby.
Look, I'm a middle child, so that didn't work. I didn't have that issue.
Girl, I was the third of 8. So you know, by the time them little ones came, I was like, girl, I'm a teenager. And girl, I was getting whooped all the time. But I'm like, no, I don't think that is cool. I just think it's terrible. I think that we have gotten so, I don't know what the situation is with birth control because it's been a long time since I had to worry about it. But is it harder to get birth control now? I mean, I don't know. But if it's harder to get birth control, we have got to come up with a solution.
Girl, you
You
know what? It's not hard. It's these people thinking that they have these babies for these men, and these men are gonna stay. You know, if the first one and the second one didn't stay because you had the baby, then that should have showed you that it wasn't gonna work on the third and the
Gonna
fourth and the
go,
fifth. But see, people
yeah,
don't. They haven't been taught any better, so they just
yeah.
continue to keep repeating the same old cycle over
Cycle.
and
Oh my God, it
over,
is so
and it's
sad.
sad
It
because
is
the
sad.
kids are the ones who suffer.
They do. They really do. I mean, you just think, lady, if you would have had 2 kids, you would have been in a better financial situation. You decided to have 6. Oh my
And
God.
she didn't say nothing. Like she didn't say anything about I'm going to call my oldest child's daddy or my youngest child's
Right.
daddy. She never mentioned the daddy at all. All she
No.
talked about was her son.
Yeah. Exactly. That is so sad.
And see,
That's the
I said, I feel like he's going to end up in this situation helping because he cannot afford to move out on his own because there's going to be so much that is going to be required of him if he moves
right.
out on his own. So he is going to end up helping. But I feel like she needs a wake up call. Somebody needs to let her know this ain't your man.
But wait a minute. She don't just need help. This lady need $3,000.
Right.
I mean, come on. I wouldn't give her 3,000. Like, lady, no. And you, I mean, he's like, okay, I'll give you 1,000. Oh, I need 3. You selfish. You went on a cruise. I mean, like,
Right.
who's selfish? I mean, are you kidding me? Oh my God. I
And
don't know.
and getting him to take her anywhere in his car is like pulling teeth.
Lady, go become a responsible adult and handle your own stuff. I mean, this is, I'm all for, first off, 17 years old, he needs to be in school. I don't know if he's in school or not, but I'm going to repeat. If he's not in school, he needs to be in school, period. He needs to have the opportunity to either go get a trade or go to the military or something. You need a diploma, GED, something. You need it because the military, doing 4 years in the military could actually change your life.
It really
You will
can.
you will learn a trade. You will have lifetime health benefits.
Yes.
Hallelujah, thank you, Jesus.
Thank you,
you
Lord.
know, I'm telling you, those are the things that are, that of course at 17, 18, when we joined the military, we didn't think about none of that. And I get it. We were young, but I try to steer kids in that direction because I know now at 62, almost 63 years old, that little decision I made in 1982 has helped me in 2025. So I would love to say, you know what, just go to the military, do 4 years. When you get in, you'll do more than 4 because the military isn't like people think it is. And so go in, do your time, and then you can help your brothers. You can help, wherever you see fit to help. When you help somebody, it's how you see fit to help them. I don't want to be forced to help anyone. I don't think that's cool.
Yeah, his
Yeah.
mother. I feel so sad for the other kids because the mother is showing them no type of guidance. She's putting all the responsibility of their living arrangements on this young 17-year-old and then that and another thing is she opened his mail.
Yeah.
Otherwise, she wouldn't have known how much money he had saved up in the bank. She opened his
Exactly.
mail to know
Why
that
would
he
you?
had the money saved up.
And I know she told him,
And
so
I get look. I bet she didn't tell him that I'm gonna give you back your money when I get my taxes.
exactly because
I
she
bet she
feels
didn't
like
say that.
he owes her that.
She
I mean,
really
it's just
does. Cause she said all the things that I've done for him. It seemed like he's done the most for you because he's been giving you $500 a month for rent.
right,
At
right.
17, that's a lot of money. Like
That's
to
a lot of
me,
money.
like if you when you have a child, like I've seen parents do this, and I think it's a really good thing. Like if you charge your kids, like after they're a certain age, you charge your kids. You kind of put the money away for them so that when they move out, they have like a little starter kit money,
Yeah,
or you just do it, you just charge them something so they'll start learning responsibility.
right.
But it's never that huge amount.
No,
$500, that's a lot of money. He can actually move out and get him a room for that amount.
exactly. He could
You
definitely
know,
get a. Yeah,
that is a lot of money to have to pay somebody a month. And he probably working at like I'm thinking he probably working at a fast food place at 17
right,
or either like a
right.
grocery store.
Yeah.
So
I just think that people take advantage. You're taking advantage of your child. That's not cool.
and she
You know
is.
that.
And for her to say that to get him to take her any place is like pulling teeth, and she's so sad because he won't give her money to stop her from getting evicted because she spent the money to go on a cruise knowing that she had to pay her rent. That's kind of ridiculous. Like, and she's sad because she's done so much for him. Ma'am, you can't even keep a roof over his head.
Right,
You're about to get him evicted. What have you
right.
done for him? Now
Right.
you want him to get you out after you went on a cruise. You had
Well,
fun. He
go
was
live with your
working.
sisters. Go live with your sisters. I'm sure you told them how you didn't pay the rent so you can go on the cruise. So
Call
go
them
stay
and
with
ask
them.
them for money.
Yeah, exactly. Borrow money. But see, the thing with her is she don't want to borrow. She wants to get it.
Well, that's true. That's true.
It's a whole
She don't
different
want to
thing.
pay it
And
back.
yeah,
Because
she
three
don't want to
thousand
pay it back.
dollars is a lot of money.
You darn skiffy, and I want my money back. I mean, like
Right.
I would be livid. Like, give me my money back. So yeah, it's just, it really is a sad situation. I just think young girls, and I don't know how old this woman is. I'm assuming she's probably
So
early
let's
30s.
say she's 17, he's 17, and we'll say maybe she had him when she was 17 or 18. So she's like 34,
34,
35,
35. Yeah.
something like that. So she's still relatively young.
Yeah, which,
So,
but you
and now
were,
she got 6 kids.
yeah. I mean, I don't understand because I remember having one kid and I'm like, whoa, everything changed. Whole life
Yeah.
changed. I mean, like I wasn't running around, hey, we going to the club, we doing this, that, and the other. I was never a big partier, but we wasn't running around like we were running around prior to this kid. Then I had another kid and the running around really was done. Cause now all my money is going to daycare. Like for real. It wasn't even a thought to continue. I mean, like, it ain't happening. Like, I mean, you are literally broke unless you are wealthy. I mean, like, I remember my daughter saying they were paying like $300-400 a week, and I'm like, I said a week. I could not even wrap my hand around that. I'm like, a week. She's
In
like,
child
yeah,
care.
ain't no way in the
Girl,
world.
I remember one time I was working and I asked somebody because I know that this girl was on food stamps. I know that she was getting help. And I asked somebody, I said, how is she able to wear all of these designer clothes and I cannot even get on food, like they won't even give me food stamps, and I can't
Right,
afford to wear all of this stuff, and I'm taking care of my child by myself. His dad,
right,
he still gets him and stuff. He's still paying a little child support because his child support was so small. The only reason I was really getting it too is because we were both in the military. But I'm thinking I'm
right,
working and I can't afford, and they won't give me nothing. How can this
right,
person? But they got this hustle mentality, and it's like I need to get the hustle street mentality because I can't afford. How are they doing this? I've never understood it.
right.
Hair be laid,
Hey,
nails be laid. I'm like, I can't afford to do none of
but
that.
you know what? But you know what? They do all of that, and just like this lady, they be late on the rent. Next thing you know, they calling around to borrow money to pay the water bill, the light bill, to all of that. I've seen it all, and it's like, well, didn't you? And I've had the situation where it's like, you just went on a trip. I know you just went on a trip, and now you come home and you need to borrow money. I'm the girl that says no, can't do it. Like, I'm not getting ready to do that. No, I mean, my money is important to me. As the saying go, as the old folks say, I'm on a fixed income.
Okay. All right, my dear. Give us your 30 seconds.
30 seconds is practice birth control. If you realize, no, really, that's
I
what 30
understand.
seconds is. Practice birth control because, it's not only, it's ridiculous on your end, but it's unfair to the children. If you cannot afford to take care of them and you have to depend on your other children to take care of your other children, it's not fair to them. And it's not fair to the ones the babies that's stuck in the situation. So just get on some birth control. Quit having babies with all these people that's not showing up for you. That's all I got.
Yep. Quick 30 seconds backstory. Lady had her 17-year-old son trying to get $3,000 from him to keep them from being evicted. He gives her $500 a month in rent. And she feels like he's being selfish because he won't give her $3,000 to keep them from being evicted. She is depending on him. He has a car, he has money in the bank. He wants to move out and take his brothers. She treats him as if he is her husband, and she has 6 kids. So the mother should act better. She went on a cruise. She spent up all of her rent money knowing that she owes. So She is very irresponsible and she is depending on her 17-year-old son. She should do better. So that is my
You do
30
better.
seconds and my recap for anyone who was not here from the beginning.
Yes, and we are so glad that you all tuned in. We hope to see you all next week at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, 5 p.m. Mountain Time, and 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We love y'all. Thanks for tuning in.